Day, getting ready for the Vikings. It's been 2 good days for us of work. Guys are in a good place. We got to finish strong today, but like where we're at. Questions?
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to catch up with you since Hutch got his new deal. But
yeah.
Just speak of the timing of it. I guess why did you guys, decide to get it done at the time and then just kind of the process of getting it done at that time?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to get this thing done for a bit now, so. I mean, this didn't just happen overnight, but we had all the conviction in the world that, Hutch is here to stay. He's everything we're about. He's a productive player in all areas. He's smart. He's instinctive. Man, he plays all out all the time from snap to whistle, and he's us, man. So it was really a no-brainer for us. It was just making sure that both sides came to an agreement, but we're fired up. So, we would have liked to have this done a little earlier, but, hey, we got it done, and, and we're excited. We're excited.
The last 2 years, Brad's got a piece for you at the deadline. I'm just curious, you're obviously focused on the next opponent. What does that process look like in terms of, doing everything side by side? How does he bring those players to your attention before pulling the trigger on a move?
Yeah, if there's somebody he knows that he feels good about and that I would, then he'll bring it. Otherwise, he doesn't bog me down with any of that. And listen, that's the amount of time spent and players that are looked at between he and Ray and that staff is you'd be shocked. I mean, the hours it goes in. So. They're doing the legwork, and if there's somebody that he thinks is intriguing, he thinks the price could be right, it's somebody maybe he fits us, it could be a need, then it comes to me like, hey, let's check this out. But otherwise, he just kind of stays away from that, which is all good, man.
How many people has he brought to you so far?
I'm not telling you.
Do you expect to be active at all?
Look, I don't. But that doesn't mean we won't. I mean, he's brought up a couple of things already. But there again, I'm so focused on the here and now and the roster we have in place, getting these guys ready to go. I love where we're at. I think the roster is I think it's healthy. I think it's in a good position. I think we have depth. But like I say, he's always looking to improve the roster. That's one of his jobs, and he does a hell of a job at it.
Does it ever go the other way? I mean, do you go to him and say, hey, I could really use a little help at this position? Yeah,
if I've got something on my mind and I feel absolutely I'll go there. And we stay in open communication with that all the time, So, yeah, if I feel like there's something that is eating away at me a little bit or maybe just a bit of a concern, sure, I'll bring that to his attention.
Kirby hasn't practiced this week. We know he missed the last game. Is he still going to need a little time to get right?
Yeah, I don't see Kirby playing this week. He's going to need a little bit here. So, the negative is, I don't think he's going to play. The positive is he is getting better. He really is. It's just, it's going to take a minute here. So that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, and the fact that you guys have re-signed or extended so many of your guys, excuse me, and I would imagine have some more to do, and that almost all of them are at a Pro Bowl or All-Pro level. Is it just sort of another reminder that this is a sustainable path you're on?
Yeah, listen, I think I do. I think that's one of the things that Brad and I talked about. When we got here in 21 was being competitive every year in and year out, and sustaining that, man. How do you play at a high level, you compete at a high level, and every year you got a chance. And I think with the guys that we've drafted and that we've re-signed, there's a reason why we drafted them. Yes, they're productive, man. They're good players, but man, they fit us. They are to their core everything we're about. Just the nature of the way they play the game, the love for the game. They're pretty smart. They're headsy. They're aware. They're resilient. And they got this ability. And it's like, man, okay, so that's the foundation of our team. And as many of those guys as we can re-sign, we're going to do it, that we think can help us until we run out of money, I guess. So.
Now that you have
all these like repetitions against all these other NFC North coaches, O'Connell, LaFleur, those guys. How does that force you to evolve over the matchups and as you continue to learn these guys more?
That's a good question because it is. I mean, the more you go against, somebody. I mean, this is, there again. This will be number 5 with Flores, and then and whatever 7 now with O'Connell, I guess. It is. I mean, you've got to. It's one of those where you're constantly thinking, all right, this worked. You like this. This is how they countered. Oh, they got us with this. I think this will get them. Yeah, but unless they're thinking the same thing, and then they're gonna, and so you can sit there and play that little chess game a little bit if you're. You have to be careful, but you do. You have to stay true to what you are, but yet, man, you got to keep it fresh. You got to throw just enough curveballs in there to put them back on their heels on both sides of the ball, special teams as well. So it's a constant battle, I guess it's a good problem to have. That means we've been intact for a while, and and then going against the same guy. So, but yeah, that game never ends. You always have to evolve every time you play that team.
Just with Terrion and Decker, they seem to be trending in the right direction. Do you expect them both this week?
They do. Decker, I don't see practicing today, but I do see him playing. He had a good week, and TA I think is trending the right way right now. He's looked pretty good in practice.
I feel like we ask about him about once a month, but we see Josh Paschal around the building. I think the original hope was to get him back in October. We're coming out of that month. Do you have any update on where he's at, and can you shed any light on what he's dealing with? Because I don't think we've ever got that.
It's a back is what it is, and he's there again. He is improving. We're trying to be smart. We're taking it as far as we can. He's got a few more things to show us before we're ready to open the window for him to practice. So, I mean, I'm hopeful 3 weeks, somewhere in there. I'm hopeful the end of November, maybe early December. But he is improving.
Light one. Since it's Halloween, when you were a player here, did you ever go? I can't imagine you went the other day. You're game planning, but when you were a player, did you go to players' Halloween parties? And did you and Holly have a favorite, costume?
We did. We dressed up a little bit. We had a few. Yeah, we had a few, but. I answered this the other day. I don't know if Danny was in there. I don't know. I was Marilyn Monroe one year. All right, that was a long time ago, and that wasn't here. I'm sure you can find some old stuff, but anyway, we paired up pretty good. Let's just put it that way. So, Holly's the creative one. She always had pretty good ideas for stuff. So,
what was she when you were Marilyn Monroe?
Well, actually, that one, her sister came in, so it was really more her and her sister than it was we were paired up. So I was kind of odd one out, but I was Marilyn Monroe. She brought me the freaking dress. I had the wig. So, and I had broken ankle, so I was on crutches too. So that was great.
You're a good sport with it.
Yeah, I guess so. Alcohol helps. All right.
Since we're on the topic, what's the Campbell family passing out at the house tonight? Do you know?
Well, it'll be, Reese's, love Reese's, man. The Buttercups, M&M's, peanut M&M's. That's usually kind of been the staples. That's where we go. It's not the caramel apples or anything, but so that's kind of what we give.
Thank you, Jim.
All right. Yep. Have a good one.